Hi guys, this is an intuitive code editor which we have developed as a part of our course project for CSE 591 data visualization. The members of this group are myself Sashank Shivakumar, Manoj Rajendra Kumar, Yatharth Sharma and Subhashri Sambandamurthy. So considering the amount of code that is available online nowadays on discussion forums and on other websites, we wanted to exploit that and make amateur programmers to learn the programming language faster. So now you are seeing a code editor wherein a user will type his Java code, and based on what he or she is typing, we will be displaying two visualizations. One, a sunburst chart which will display the next probable word that the user is going to type, so that even if a user is new to Java or doesn't know what to type next, he could always refer the sunburst. And the second visualization that we have used is a zoomable tree map, which will display the various questions and answers that have been answered on the discussion forums based on what the user has typed till now. Let's now see how our system works. This is the code editor right here. So this is where the user will be typing his code, and let's just assume that I am the user now, and I'll now have to type my Java code here. Now let's say I type my word, say public, and we will see what happens now. So we will be now seeing two visualizations that have just popped up, one on the left which is a sunburst and one on the right which is a zoomable tree map. So what the sunburst does is that for the word that you have typed, say public here, it displays the next probable words that you will type next. For example, if I'm a user and I want to know what I want to type next, I could just come here and hover on the sunburst to see what I should type next. So for example, let's say public, I hover here, I see, oh, next 44.6% of the users have typed static next, and this goes on till here. Since public static void main is the starting syntax of a Java code, it has the maximum value of 31%. Now, if a user doesn't want this, but he has already started his code and he doesn't want this part, he could always go into some other part which he feels that would be a perfect fit for him. Now, after finding out the perfect fit, the user doesn't have to refer the sunburst and type in the code editor. For instance, let's say I know that, okay, now I have figured out I want to type static void main next. I just don't have to go there and type. I just do a right click, and all these code till the root just goes here into the code editor. So now let's see how the sunburst works from technical point of view. So we have created an n-gram model on the code column from the dataset which was crawled from Stack Overflow. So we have used a 4-gram model in this case. So what this does is that for every word you type, this displays the next probable set of 3 words that was already typed before, which was retrieved from the database. For instance, if there was a code in the DB which say public static void main, the n-gram now generates a model wherein for the word public, the next word that could appear after public is static, void, and main. So all these words are collected and are displayed in the form of the sunburst here, where the user would know that what are the next words that the other coders have typed given a word. So another cool feature of the sunburst is that if the user types a word that is already present in the sunburst just zooms in rather than generating a new sunburst. Now let's see how this works. So let's say I type the word public and sunburst is generated. Now I know that there is a word called static here. Now let's say the user knows that he has to type static, and he just types static. So what happens is that the sunburst zooms inside rather than generating a new one. So this makes the user feel that he is heading towards a right. He is heading in the right direction, and if the user is not sure if this is the right word, if the sunburst zooms in, he would know that this is what has been done previously by other coders. So by doing so, the user will never get lost, and he can be sure that the code he is typing is correct. We also have a text filter for Sunburst, wherein the user will be able to search if a particular word is present in the Sunburst or not. For example, let's say that I have typed public here and this is the Sunburst, and I want to know if I would be able to type the word int, because I don't know if it is correct or not. So if I just search for int, I would be able to see that int is less preferred by other coders. And for example, if I type say public class, this could be shown here in the Sunburst. And the colors in the Sunburst are according to the code structure of Java. For the legend has been provided, which indicates that keywords have a blue color, functions for orange, and variables have a purple color. So another feature of Sunburst is to click in the Sunburst, which will zoom into the next word. For instance, if I think that string might be the word that I want to type next, if I just click string, I could see the other words in a better fashion. For example, now I have public string, I could type toString, I know get name, so you could just keep going in, and if you feel this is not the path you want, you could just click back here and come to the main menu. By doing so, you would be able to have a more clear picture if you know what word you are going to type next. Let's now move on to the second part of the visualization, which is a zoomable tree map, and now let's see how that works. So I'm going to be using the same example here, so let me just type public and see how tree map is generated. So this is the tree map that has been generated based on the word public. So these are all the list of tags which have been displayed here, which contains inside these tags are questions and answers which have been answered on discussion forums. So the user will now be able to check all the questions and answers which have been asked related to what code he has typed so far. So now let's just say I want to explore the security tag. I just go inside the security tag, and now these are the two questions that have been asked on discussion forums or on Stack Overflow. So now the user is confused on which question he needs to check. So we have provided a legend here for this purpose, which will denote that the darker color question has more score than the lighter color. The score has been calculated based on the upvotes and reputations, and we actually prompt the user to look at the darker question first before looking into this one. So when the user has selected that this is the question he wants to look for, he could just click in and he could just view the answer. He can also copy the code from here and paste it in the editor if he thinks that this code is what he is looking for. If he feels that this is not the right question, he could just go back and go into the other question. Or if he feels he has to go to a whole another tag, he could just keep going back and he will be in the main menu. And from here, he could just go to the tag that he wants. Now let's see how the zoomable tree map works. So for the code that the user has typed so far, what we do is that we do a code similarity search inside a database. So we first create text indices on the code column so that the search would be much faster. So the code similarity is done by implementing a Levenshtein algorithm, which returns a similarity score given two codes. So now let's just say that the user has typed a word public. So for this word public, we do a similarity search in the database, and we retrieve all those questions and answers which have a high similarity score. These questions have been displayed here inside the tree map, which are grouped by their respective tags, so that the user would know if user would be able to choose the tag he wants. So apart from the tags which were initially available in our database, we also applied a LDA topic modeling on the content column to extract more tags so that the user would not be restricted to the tags which were initially available, and also has a new set of options. So we also have provided filters for the user so that he would be able to filter according to the upvotes or user's reputation. Now let's say the user wants to see questions only with a high number of upvotes. He could just scroll here and he would be able to do the filtering. And the same applies for user's reputation. If the user thinks that he just wants to see the questions answered by a highly reputed user, he could just slide to the slider here, and the questions and answers change according to that. So this is basically the intuitive code editor that we have developed, and we firmly believe that such an editor would make it easier for amateur programmers to learn a programming language faster. Thank you.